last session, your unnamed evil party went to a nice winter's ball. The cold wind was not felt deep below the uh, manor as you danced away within the Ostrich house. You went there to do some sneaking and stealthing throughout the property to find stuff and to plant some evidence to take down the Ostriches from being within the pocket of the king. During this event, you met with the Osbridges. You met with presumably other members of the Council of Broken Bridge, and you danced. Um, while a few of you were upstairs dealing with strange mechanical creatures that threatened you and threatened to unveil your purpose here and get you caught. Um, you all were able to, down below, dance the night away, enjoy the food and drinks that were offered, and have some lively conversation with interesting individuals. You made some allies, new friends that are fancy. Also, you seemingly met a few individuals that were unsavory-ish. They asked interesting questions and seemed a bit shady, but um, you all went on with your day, danced with the king twice for Ajal, um, and eventually, when you all returned, your mission successful, a shocking thing happened where a wizard spell duel occurred within the midst of the party. Dylan Roshian was essentially stunned and immobilized, and then forcefully teleported away. He is now lost to you all. You do not know where he is. And the leaders of the city are reeling. Olin Dunnett, who was at the party and who attempted to save um, Dylan, is currently interim Archmage of the I cannot speak today. Um, Requiem Institute. He is now the current Archmage while they figure out what's going on and how to protect the bridges and to eventually get Dylan back if they can. You all learned this as Ajal was spying as a small little mouse, and as you were all escorted outside. So, on the main road just outside of the Osbridge Manor, you are standing in the cold. Ajal has just returned to you. As you can see, people are currently fleeing to their carriages and their rides or walking down the street to their own homes that are not too far away, as you all stand in the cold at the moment. And that's where we begin our session with a kind of pensive thought going across the group as to what has just happened. So, anyone want to say anything? Or anyone have anything they want to do to begin the session?
Are we in public?
Yes, you're currently outside the main gates.
No.
Okay. Are you trying to walk home then?
Yeah, let's go back to our inn.
Is Grim still out, by the way?
It hasn't been an hour.
He can be out, I believe.
I think it's just an hour.
Well, he can be out in total for up to 12 hours.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But once that 12 hours is used up, he can't show up for 2 more days. But you can get rid of him any time. You can turn him back into the statue.
Okay, yeah, like as we're like leaving, I'll dismiss him.
Okay.
Don't really want a bird that's been causing a problem to just follow us home. It's a little suspicious.
Yeah, Grim is probably currently on your shoulder as well, and you, as you make it known that you're gonna put him away. Well, if you ever need to see me again, just summon me and I'll be here. I can always boon you whenever you need. Totals. and you revert him into his little white raven figurine. Um, you do note that there is a couple carriages that haven't been filled up yet. You do note, as you are all preparing to leave as well, the king was essentially following after Jal kind of made it out to you all. And you can see what looks to be a contingent of those soldiers in the teal blue uniform of the king. But you don't see the king. They're kind of in a strange loose formation, um, marching in order. They soon get to their what seems to be the king's carriages, and the guards load up into various carriages. And it seems like the king is probably amongst the guards somehow while in public.
That would make sense.
So you all begin your walk of shame home. Your heels are quickly taken off as you make your way through the cold city streets. I imagine you would have brought some other form of footwear so you don't, harm yourselves. But it is a solid walk through the cold winds. By the time you make it back to the Tale of Two Towers Inn, your faces are red from windburn, and you are pretty tired, as it is fairly late in the evening. You all quickly head upstairs to your individual rooms. And as you make it to your rooms, is there anything you all wish to do? I know some of you
I
still
do
have
want
spell
to.
slots.
I do want to share with the party some of the information that I learned while dancing.
Yeah, go ahead.
First of all, everybody needs to know about Porcius.
Porcius
Is that
Jorkson?
is that his last name?
Yeah, Jorkson?
Dorson? Sure.
Jorkson?
Jorkson? Yeah, he's
Yeah.
a shady motherfucker. For sure is working for the Empire of Glass because I danced with him and that's all he talked about and how we promised to help them get through. Then when I danced with the king, he mentioned there being a family of high elves who trade with Broken Bridge periodically, and this caught my attention because the Stark Viznar mentioned that, where he comes from, they have an interesting relationship with high elves. Right? Also, I believe there was like a rumor like Drow posing as merchants and stuff, so they could be from Gwendolyn. We don't know. There's something called the Penny House out of Gwendolyn and their son, and those are people from Dracovia, which is a small land in Southern. Also, the skyship that fell out of the sky belonging to Warforged is from Gwendolyn, I believe.
Yeah. Well, from
and
Dracovia, but it's
well,
yeah, it's
yeah, that makes sense.
the son who is from Gwendolyn, the Penny House.
Yeah,
owns it.
The king also mentioned that he supports our decision to kill the Stark Viznar. Funnily enough. And he mentioned that Trakan was speaking highly of us. I don't know how much of this part is true. Also, like, we can all agree that the Empire of Glass stole Dylon, right?
Yeah, for sure.
What makes you think that?
Oh, I don't know. Just, he's the guy who controls the bridges, and they really want to get over the bridges.
Mm-hmm.
Also, Dylon seems like I don't like him very much. He seems coercible.
Yeah.
Nyla?
Yeah.
How so?
I don't know. He seems very weak-minded. And also like he'd do anything to stay in power. Also, he talks down to us a lot, and I don't like that. I'm just airing my personal grievances against this man.
Fair enough. Well, now he's gone.
Slay.
See, I just don't know what
we should
they're
probably
doing
do
to
something
him.
about that, but that's like.
Yeah, we probably need to like find him. Or we could try to find Porcius Jorcus. What was his name?
Porcius Jorcus.
I jokingly said Porcius Jorkson, as in Perseus Jackson. I don't know if that's actually his last name, but I think it should be.
Oops. Anyways, we should hunt him down.
Porcius Jorcus. He's just Jorkin.
I just.
That is up on the level. I have to write this down. Hold up. Porcius Jorcus. It's up on the level with like, what did you call it? Dalton. You messed up Dalton's name once. So bad.
Walton Gwendolyn?
Yeah, something like that.
I did
Something-
a lot. I did a lot with
Something
Isildur's
funny.
name.
I think that was Lars, actually.
I kind of made a game out of messing up his name as much as I
Yeah.
could,
It was really funny.
because I had no respect for him.
Dindolin. Wendolin Dindolin.
Windolin Dindolin.
I still want to call him Walton. I know it's not right.
It's literally like a normal name. Dalton is a normal human name.
It's a
I call him-
normal name, but I think that's the problem.
I called him Darren a lot, I know that.
Darren's pretty good. Walton Dindolin is what it was. I mean, I met a Walton as well.
Yeah, Walton's also, but it's like a weirder name than Dalton.
For sure.
W's are inherently weirder than D's. But yeah, we could hunt Porcius Jorcus off. That's not what I meant to say. Mine was like combining crossing off a list and hunting him down. But he's 30 years old looking. He has ginger hair and a beard and blue eyes. Who knows? He could be a Stark Viznar. What are the chances there are two?
I don't know.
I feel like you do know.
Why would I know anything?
Just because you made it all up, probably.
I don't know.
He's just typing into ChatGPT.
Never. I hate AI.
No, I know. It sucks so bad.
Every so often there'll be like an AI video that can kind of be funny, but I hate it so much that it's funny.
Yeah. My favorite is when people like ask an AI to do something and then the AI spits out a result and they look at it and they're like, "Hey AI, this isn't what I asked for." And the AI is like, "Oh, you're right. Here, have something completely different that you also didn't ask for."
Yeah. I think there was one
It's just
earlier
weird.
today that I thought was pretty funny. Where it was like someone like looked up how many USB beat ports does a motherboard have? And like the AI overview like gave something from Reddit, talking about like, oh, it's like 2 to 6, and then and it goes like one Reddit user says, "Kill yourself," quotes, which is
Yeah.
so funny.
That tracks.
It tracks, yeah, that's Reddit.
I've seen AI overviews where it's like they're like, "Hey, is it safe to mix like bleach and ammonia?" And the AI overview is like, "Yes, it's completely safe. It'll make mustard gas, a deadly toxin."
Sounds safe to me. I don't know what you're talking about.
Right?
Anyways, there's no AI in D&D yet.
There's no AI in D&D yet. There's no AI in this D&D.
Mm-hmm. The Warforged are not in this world right now. They're elsewhere.
They're elsewhere.
Mm-hmm. Also, Senti was a better Warforged, nature Warforged.
Since was a natural intelligence.
They really, yeah. Was an alignment given form through natural. That you did. You can spread your alignment. You could, I should say, spread your alignment. Anyways, back to D&D. So you begin talking about Porcius, all of the information about him, and everything you learned about the House of Penny within Sothrin, as well as Dracovia, and more lore about the Warforged that you saved. Sasha. It wasn't a Warforged you saved. It was a vampire spawn. Sorry.
Yeah. I was like, wait, can a Warforged be a vampire? Is he just like secretly a Warforged?
No. I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty sure they were trying to do that in Dracovia. There were a bunch of Warforged that he had control of.
Now I just think those Warforged have blood.
They did not. Also, I don't think I ever mentioned the name of that ship. But it was a cool name. Memento of Kestrel.
That is a cool name.
Walking blood. That would be interesting. Just have like blood inside them. Ooh.
Well, I can imagine it because like there's liquid cooling systems, right? So you could just design a Warforged where the liquid cooling system is blood. I mean, it wouldn't be much of a cooling system, but
Okay, we need gamer vampires right now.
Where am I? Say RGB lights on them.
Yeah, there should be lights on them.
The thing about the blood, it'd be so, like, it would change all of the RGB lights to be just like off shades of like red colors. So like you could probably make like pink and stuff.
That depends on how thick the blood is in between it and the RGB lights.
Blood would
Well, the blood doesn't have to be in between the lights. It has to be in tubes so it can be in the coolant system.
That's fair.
That's like an awful coolant. That's so bad.
It's a bad coolant.
It wouldn't cool it at all. That's a worm.
But it's cool.
That would just hold heat.
Maybe they live in in Antarctica.
Yeah, okay, yeah, you need to warm up your PC, so put blood in it.
Yeah.
People
Look,
were.
you're a
I know people play with their PCs covered in ice packs.
It's a vampire. It's a vampire PC. Okay, it needs the blood.
Uh-huh.
Why do you think vampires need blood? They just need to be warm.
They just need to be warm.
They're cold-blooded creatures.
That's definitely what Stephanie Myers was on to.
Stephanie
Absolutely.
Myers was not onto shit.
Oh my god, did you know that she wrote her own AU fanfic and published it about Twilight where it's a gender bend? I haven't read it, but I feel like I should. I haven't even read the original books. I've only seen the movies because you could not pay me to read those books. But I might
Right.
read the gender bend AU, which is like,
I've
hell
heard
yeah,
it's really
monetize your
bad.
own fanfic, queen.
I heard it's
That's
Well,
really
plus it
bad.
was already originally a fan
Yeah.
fiction, so it doesn't shock
Yeah.
me that she would write a fan fiction. Her own book.
Great.
that's
It's so funny
actually
that
awesome.
Twilight's a fan fiction because 50 Shades of Grey is a fan fiction of Twilight.
I thought it was the other way around.
No.
No.
50 Shades
It's,
of Grey came out way
50
later.
50 Shades of Grey is supposed to be like an Ella, a Bella and Edward fanfic,
An
but it's like
Ella?
really bad.
Hmm.
Yeah,
I
Ella. I
knew
renamed
one of
her.
them was a fanfic, but I forgot which
Well,
one.
they're both
I guess.
fanfics.
What was Twilight a fanfic of then?
I forget.
My Chemical Romance, I believe.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. It's like inspired by My Chemical
Oh,
Romance.
fucking
And you know how I know
nerds.
that? Because of 9/11.
Yes, 9/11 domino effect to
Yes.
many other things.
Okay, no. Okay, do you want to know my favorite? Not my favorite, but I guess my favorite 9/11 fact.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
There's a children's book series called Warrior Cats.
Oh, I
And
love Warrior
9/11,
No,
yeah,
really.
9/11 is the reason why Warrior Cats got a racist depiction of a Native American tribe of cats in the mountains.
That's crazy.
That's wild.
Isn't it?
My
The author of Warrior
favorite
Cats.
current 9/11 fun fact is that originally in Lilo and Stitch, they were supposed to be flying
Oh,
through a
yeah.
city on an airplane, and they had
yeah.
to change it to a spaceship through the mountains because it was like right after 9/11.
Mhm.
Yeah.
There's a lot.
Didn't they like animate it before 9/11, and then 9/11 happened before they released the movie, and they were like, we can't.
Yeah, they were like, we
that.
gotta do this differently.
Yeah.
Like they made jokes too that they had to cut out because they were jokes
Yeah.
about, dying on a plane.
Yeah, which is could you imagine
I've seen the scenes before too. Like you can find them.
the math? I know, just like imagine being there, the masterpiece that is Lilo and Stitch, and there's just a bunch of like really off-color jokes about dying on planes.
Well, the thing about 9/11 is also like there's so much content that had to change, but like I love that Lord of the Rings was like, yeah, we're just gonna stick with the two towers, and it's just gonna be fine. It's going to be fine. And then they had to have the whole press tour where they're like, well, this is just like a movie based on the book, so like,
Like the book. Did Lord of the Rings predict 9/11? We can't say.
Did Tolkien predict 9/11? I would love
That'd be
that.
crazy.
He invented so many languages. He invented terrorism too.
That's okay. Twitch TOS?
It's all in Minecraft.
In
No,
Minecraft.
courts have figured out what that means now. It's no longer a viable way to get
It's
around
in a
it.
video game.
Oh, they did find out a way to get
like,
around it.
Yeah, courts have now figured out what that terminology means, so it's not a legal defense
Damn.
anymore.
Yeah. So in Dungeons and Dragons, then.
I feel like they could extrapolate that, but you never know. Maybe.
They can't extrapolate if you say in my book or in my fan fiction though, because they don't know what
In
you're
my
writing about.
funny comedy
That's
sketch.
so true.
Mm-hmm. Just like
It's a funny comedy sketch. Nobody gets hurt.
just like in that one sketch from The Whitest Boys You Know, where they're talking about how it's incredibly illegal to say I want to kill the president of the United States of America. It's incredibly illegal. You can't say that. I'm just saying it's
Yeah,
illegal.
you can't say that.
You can't say
Mhm.
that. It's illegal. It's also illegal to. It's a great video. You should watch it. Absolutely one of my favorites. Anyways, so you all are in the inn. Anything else you wish to share, or you wish to use spell slots? I know a few of you have items that were, because you all don't know what happened upstairs either. So
Yes, I want to start telling everybody about what happened with the stuff upstairs. So the vision I saw about the angel or the downfall downfallen, is that what they're called?
Downcast.
Downcast.
Downcast, trying to do their ritual and it like not working and stuff. And then also that the place was like booby trapped with the weird thread monster. That's less important, just a cool thing I wanted to tell everybody. But yeah, mostly the vision is what I'm gonna tell them about, just because I feel like Bonnie would find that to be pertinent information. And then I also did I not put it in my inventory? I found like I stole something and I forgot to write it down.
You forgot to write it down.
I did forget to write down the thing I stole
Well, I know you
from
didn't.
mistake, which was
Um,
the ring, I believe. I
um,
believe I stole a gold ring.
I believe you did take the golden.
Why I didn't
Because
put
I
that
know
in
you
my
didn't
inventory.
take the memory.
No, I didn't take the memory. So yeah, I took the
Yeah.
gold ring, which I forgot what that. I did an Arcana check on it and kind of got a vibe, but I'll ask Senti to identify it. Or
Mhm.
sorry, Bonnie to identify it. Senti's dead. She doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah. It's more. This is less of a ring and more like a bracelet. So the ring was the ring of memory. This is a bracelet.
Okay, so I mixed them up. Yeah,
Yeah,
so it was a
it's the
bracelet
circular object you can place on your body.
on your hand.
Yeah, yeah.
Ripley doesn't wear a lot of jewelry. The difference between a ring and a bracelet is
He doesn't
not
know.
much to him. He considers it the same, we'll say.
Okay. Fair enough.
He makes a 50-50 guess every time he says it.
Exactly. He's like, is this a ring or a
Here's
bracelet,
your.
or is it a really big? Is it a ring for
Oh,
a really big person or a bracelet for a really small
it'd be really
person?
funny
You
if he
know?
got down on his knees and goes, "Here's a bracelet."
Well, a bracelet could be a ring for a giant, and a ring could be a bracelet for a pixie. You know? So really, he's not wrong, no matter what he says.
Fair enough. Um. Yeah. So you show off the item. Um. Do you want to identify it then? So to describe the item, it looks like to be a small gold band that can wrap around the wrist. Uh, it's somewhat plain, but it has a lot of these kind of celestial runic etchings across it. Yeah, you identify it. This is a heart seal. This magic item is steeped with life force energy. Through it, you can cast Warding Bond once per day. Additionally, when you have this item, every time you cast a healing spell, you can well when you go, so you need to connect it. You can connect it, sorry, with up to 5 other individuals. When connected, any healing you give to that person can telepathically send additional healing to another person within 30 feet.
Can I get that description in writing or like a picture of it or something?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I'm just really bad at describing things today, apparently. So
No, you're fine. I just want to make sure I'm getting like the right description and I'm not misinterpreting it.
It's the die specifically. So whatever, you know, number of die you roll for your healing, you add that number to another person within 30 feet whenever you heal. So whoever's attuned to this item.
So if I healed
So if you
Ace
say to
for
roll,
2d4 plus 5, I could give Bonnie 2 hit points?
yes,
Okay.
just every time you heal, it just goes to another person as well. It's a part
And
of
it's
the,
okay.
the
So it's just the amount
combination
of
effect.
dice you are rolling is
Yeah.
the amount that they heal. Gotcha.
Yeah. So it's not super big, but it's helpful for sure. A little bit of health every time you heal. And you can cast Warding Bond once per day. Also, there is a lot of celestial magic within this. And you feel, since you can connect it to different individuals, you can almost feel like you can seal in life force. Which it's a very almost similar feeling that you get with your heart anchor.
So who do we think would get the most use out of this? Who heals the most? Or casts healing spells the most? Or look at the cleric.
The cleric. Cleric is absent.
Damn.
I was accidentally on mute. I'm sorry. I was talking.
Wow.
I know.
So
No, yeah, it
shameful.
would probably be me because I do a lot of healing spells because I do damage with like cantrips.
Does this require attunement?
Yes.
Okay. I definitely agree that Ace would get the most use out of it. It's called the Heart Seal
Yep, heart seal.
bracelet. Okay.
Yeah. And from what what you kind of saw through the memory, it is used in some way within the ritual that you've technically seen once before.
Question. Is it an ally within 30 feet of you or an ally within 30 feet of the person you're healing?
Since you're all connected, yes.
So within the 30 feet within the person you're healing?
Yeah.
Okay. I guess it could be either.
It is either.
Okay.
So it's very similar, kind of, to like to describe it best, the Atom heal from Rivals, where it just kind of can bounce to another person. Like you heal a person, and then you can heal from that person to another person.
Okay. I edited the description I sent you, Liz.
I'm really bad with descriptions. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. making up magic items is hard.
It is hard, and I just hate actually writing the true descriptions down.
Honestly, fair.
I know what it does.
That's all that matters.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, just as like a housekeeping thing, I did ask for the heavy stuff I was having Atlas back because I can put it in my bag now.
Hmm.
And I won't be over encumbered by carrying 18 pounds of equipment.
There you go.
Is Bonnie okay with Ace having this though? Because I know it's related to the hard anchor stuff. I mean, Ace doesn't know. This is me, the player. There can be, unless Ripley just hands it to Ace and Bonnie says nothing.
I'm holding it up for either of you two, whichever. I heal. I mean, I cast more
yeah.
healing spells than Bonnie, but it is more Bonnie coded, so I would not take
It's
it from her if she wants
super
it. But
Bonnie
Ace
coded.
casts the most healing. So I
Yeah,
think,
Bonnie. I don't think Bonnie doesn't cast healing. Bonnie
yeah,
has healing potions, and Bonnie has a blood ability. I suppose that's true. Do you want to?
I just thought Ace would get the most use out of the
Yeah.
secondary ability.
I'm not gonna fight for it. It's definitely made. It's Bonnie coded, for sure. You can always like Seer where you have an item and you just don't use it. You just have it because you want it.
I hate that though.
The DM gives a very important story item. I'm just gonna put it in my pocket and not use it.
I might need it later, though.
It doesn't
Alright.
wear
I need
out.
it
It doesn't
later.
stop working after a period of time.
Also, listen, magic is very malleable in my world. Maybe there's a chance it could upgrade.
So true.
That's
And
very
if y'all are doing your little scammy thing, you can pass it back and forth to whoever's doing the healing to get a little more in there.
It requires attunement, so you can't do that.
Mm-hmm.
Takes an
Never
hour
mind.
to attune.
I'll go back to sleep then.
Wait, what the fuck?
You want to run test anchor?
Kidding.
You pull out your heart anchor?
Just put
Reveal
the
the
anchor and the seal in like a cauldron and see what happens.
Put them in a jar and shake them really hard.
Yeah. That's what I did when I was making Ripley. I put him in a jar and shook him
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, is that how you
until he
make
was
it?
depressed.
So yeah, you pull out the heart anchor, and you can feel as you grab it this flow of healing energy, and as it spreads across you, you feel it reacts to your latent downcast blood. It recognizes your angelic nature, and it holds greater power than it would. Again, you feel for like Atlas with your small gold bore. I believe it's the gold bore ring. You feel that kind of react as well as a lot of celestial magic items react to being in the presence of the heart anchor itself. The heart seal begins to glow as well as you watch the runes on the seal all light up, and you see it in a different state.
Huh.
Do you want to identify it? For science, okay.
Science.
Okay. Just so you know, I'm pretty sure you, at least you know this, but the gold boar ring, um, uh, allows you, uh, since it's been upgraded by the heart anchor, it allows you to once per day with a hit, you can essentially cast on a target guiding strike or a guiding bolt. I mean, so your weapon attack can have the effect of guiding. So you can give advantage to the next attack against a creature. With the heart anchor, since it is all the heart anchor allows you to do is max out and heal. While you are attuned to it, you can choose to max out any healing spell. Just making sure you all know what your magic items do. And it is a reaction to do that. Yep. And you can use it on your own spells if you wish. For whoever is wielding the item. I just know you never really used it, so I wanted to make sure you all knew that it has that ability, because it's pretty useful. Within the presence of a heart anchor, the heart seal is emboldened. It allows for you to add the for whatever healing magic you give, whatever the plus bonus is, can be added on to the healing amount. So it's die plus the plus bonus. Additionally, it can go to one other person. So 2 people.
Bonnie asked if the heart anchor also requires attunement.
It does. 2 magic items that require attunement.
Oh, could you repeat what the Goldborg ring does? Because like Peter crashed as if you were talking about that.
Oh, okay. You good. You good. Let me get my notes for it. It's a cardinal. Is that? And the ring still has its main effect, which I believe is just a light effect, if I remember correctly. Yep. The ring, made from bristles from the gold main boar, sheds bright light in a 20-foot radius and dim light for an additional 20 feet. Light shines even in areas where magic does not normally function, where magical light would normally be suppressed. So, that one does not require attunement, by the way. The gold boar ring.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So as long as you have the heart anchor within your party, the gold boar ring has that effect, that extra little effect on top of the light. The heart anchor has its extra effect. And yeah, and then the heart anchor just has its normal effect, which is to max out healing as a reaction. So a couple magic items tied into each other.
Very cool.
Mm-hmm. Very celestial based. You know, it'd be a shame if it negated your Hadar ring, your Hadar item.
Oh,
Gotta find more Hadar artifacts.
The bracelet of the cosmos.
teehee. It would be very funny if if I put it on if they were fighting. Just like 2 bracelets that are just trying to duke it out all the time.
It's a Hadar artifact.
gotta go-
What the hell?
Loot more temples.
I'll be back. Apparently, I'm bleeding.
Oh,
There
Interesting.
you go.
that's no good.
It's a bag of holding. That's 500 pounds, right? Sure, it says it in the item.
Yeah.
Yeah, 500.
Or like a certain amount of cubic feet, but who keeps track of cubic feet?
Honestly, it's like it's a 8 by 8 by 8 cube because it's
I
64.
can't.
Or no, because that would be 4. No, wait, what is a 64 cubic area?
I don't know. Someone describe it in football fields.
Oh, okay, it does say 2 feet in diameter at the mouth, 4 feet deep. So it's like
A 2 by 2 by 4.
I guess.
it's a 4 by 4 by 4.
Oh.
That's how cubes work. It's a pretty decent area. So it's like the bed of a truck. 4x4.
Hmm.
You can fit so much stuff in the bed of a truck.
You can't if it's a good truck. They make short bed trucks, which I suppose there's nothing wrong with, but it's weird to me.
Oh, we were joking about the Hadar stuff fighting with it. That doesn't happen. Not that we know of, at least. But if you want them, take them. If you think Ace would have more
Yeah.
use out of them, and you can always trade it back and forth when you want to do experiments on it.
Ace isn't gonna fight you for something like this. It's not obviously Hadar coded, so
Give me a second. I'm still trying to find a bandage. Luckily, I have bandages. on me. Yeah, I just like was super confused because like, man, my leg's kind of sticky for some reason, and I looked at it. This is blood.
that's not good.
No, it's just very weird. I don't know what happened. Perfect. Okay, I'm back. Anything else you all are doing for the night?
I have a couple things.
Mhm.
I want to go to that spot in the park and try another spell.
Okay. Yeah, you
Uh,
so it is very late at night.
yeah, it's fine.
Okay. So you begin wandering the city streets very late into the evening. You head to that kind of abandoned kind of courtyard, small fountain in the old abandoned church. Um, Around this time, as you make it out there, the cold wind blows past you. You feel um, this kind of weight on your shoulder, like always. Um, and as you look up into the night sky, you can see that small, twinkling little red star that you know to be Hadar. And uh, you pull out your book of misspells, and as you prepare to read, there is a distant sound that you hear, and then you hear a cacophony of what sounds like almost like distant explosions. Just this sound, as if something is um, having repeated explosions along the it would be on your west bridgehead. So it seems like there's something happening near the west bridge that is kind of loud, and it kind of begins to echo across the city.
How far away from that, or how far away from me is that?
Pretty decently far. You're still within kind of like the upper west side of the city, so you know, you're not too close. West-ish
Okay.
side.
Well, by the time I get there, it's not going to be important. So,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's very distant, but it just sounds like if you've ever, you know, you as a person know what a cannon volley sounds like.
Hmm.
But you as a character don't.
Interesting.
Yeah, you just hear distant sounds. And they
I'm sure that's fine.
yeah, and they repeat throughout the time that you try to cast your next spell. So, what spell is it?
I would love to cast Grease.
Oh, wonderful. Hold up. I need to prepare for this one.
I don't like that. Can I take it back?
Nope, you cannot. Okay, let me get my dice.
You don't have to do that.
I need you to roll initiative for me, please. I will get your turn order out in just a second. There you go.
What?
So please roll initiative.
Okay.
And I'm pretty sure I had it before. No, I have to re-download that image. Dang it. Can you please roll for me 2d4?
Maybe.
What'd you get? 3? Well, that's not that bad. Let me get battle music. Perfect. I love this already. Grease is not Grease. It is in fact geese.
Okay.
You summon 3 geese that automatically are hostile to you.
Perfect.
Technically, they are angry geese that attack at random, but you're in an empty space with geese.
Okay.
Okay, they get a 7 on their initiative. And they go first. As you finish the spell, you suddenly hear ha ha, and the flapping geese immediately go on the offensive against you. One of them is going to start off with an intimidate, so I need you to make a wisdom save. 8, you failed. You are frightened of the
I'm
geese.
so caught off guard by these geese.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't expecting them.
You are under the frightened effect, just so you know.
Okay.
So you have a disadvantage.
Oh wait,
on all...
I have advantage on being frightened
Oh.
against it.
Then roll again. Nat 20. So at first you're thrown off by the geese, but you lock in, and you realize
my
they're
headdress,
just
it helps me
stupid
deflect
birds.
some of the geese.
Yeah, you realize they're just stupid birds. The other 2 are going to fly at you and try and peck you. So the first one, 15 hit you.
It does.
Okay, and the second one is a 20 to hit.
Yeah, for sure.
So that is a 3 and a 6 for piercing damage. So
Okay.
9 in total. As the the geese assault you. You're under attack. It is your turn.
Great. I'm assuming I can't dismiss the spell. Can I?
Nope.
Okay. Great. In
This spell
that
lasts for a
case-
minute.
A minute. Okay. Let me note that down. Okay. I would like to cast,
Yes.
I guess, my only AoE damage spell, Hunger of Hadar, on these
Okay.
geese. So
Okay.
it's a 20-foot radius. It's a big area of
Yeah, are
darkness.
you casting it on yourself as well then? Because they're right next to
No.
you.
I'm
They're flanking
gonna.
you.
Oh. Then sure, I'll cast it on. No. Okay. Here's what I'm gonna do. I didn't
Okay.
realize they were flanking me. I. Nope, I'm not missing
They're
any
probably not
points.
exactly flanking you at the moment, but they're they're
Okay, I'm
not
just going to try to move out of the area.
okay.
I know I'm gonna get attacked, but I need to not be next to them.
Okay. So 3 geese attacks. That's a 2. That's an 8. That's wow, they all miss.
Incredible.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna run my full 30 feet away and then cast it on them.
Okay. Yeah, you run away as the geese are unable to peck at you for the moment. And as you get away from them, you cast Hunger of Hadar. Roll damage.
Yeah. So when they start their turn, they'll take 2d6 cold,
Mhm.
and if they end it, and it is difficult terrain, I kind of centered it exactly where they are.
Yeah,
So no matter which
absolutely.
direction they go, it's gonna be difficult terrain
Yeah,
for a while.
Just roll damage.
Wow.
Okay, then I actually
Bad.
do have to roll their saves. What's the save again?
Dexterity.
Dex of 16.
Yes.
Okay, that's a failure. 1. That's a success from the second. That's a failure from the third. So 2 fail, 1 succeeds. So one of them is at. Okay. And then they start their turn.
Okay. So the ones who failed, or this will be at the end of their turn. Sorry.
Okay.
That they take the acid damage.
They have a fly speed. You said how wide is it?
It is 20-foot radius, so it's going to be. I centered it on them, so 20 feet in any direction
20 feet in any
of
direction
difficult terrain.
of difficult terrain. Okay.
And
Because
they are completely blind if that messes up their movement.
yeah, but the thing is, there are 3 of them, right? So you can't center it on all 3 of them.
Well, they were all attacking me, right? So they were around the same area.
So
like one of them, some of them might be like 15 feet instead of the full 20.
Yeah. So let me do this. You were somewhat here, and then you ran away.
Yeah, so I'll put it like right where I was would be the center of it.
Okay. Just do this one first. This is the last map I used. And then Hunger for Dar, premium asset. Come on. There we go. It might be off. I think this one is just slightly off, right?
Yeah, it's not quite big enough. It's only 15-foot diameter. Or 15-foot radius. I think it needs to be 1 bigger. One more, I guess. That's only 35 from one side to the other. It should be 40.
I don't know why it's so off. It's kind of annoying.
There we go. Close enough. Yeah, I'll center it right there. That's good. And then I moved. Let's see. 5, 10. I'll go
Yep.
that way.
So they all have 15
Let's go this
then. Okay. So even with half, they would all be able to escape.
Damn.
Aside actually from
Fortunate.
maybe this one would have taken off here. So then he's there. And probably have one more thing of movement, so we'd probably have to move there. This one would have just taken off, flown that way, just to like kind of get out of dodge. They're flying away from you as they're kind of confused. This one would have flown here, so they all get out, but they're spread apart now. And that's their movement.
Cool.
They
Entirely useless spell. Great.
did 2 damage
Yeah,
To-
2 whole damage. Yeah.
to 2 of them. Yep.
I dismissed the spell. It's not gonna fucking do anything at this
Okay.
point.
So this was the one that had tried to frighten you.
I guess no, I'll keep it up because they still have to go around it. That's fine.
You are immune to the goose's frighten.
Cool.
They have no other abilities. So, on your turn, you end the spell.
No, I'm gonna keep it up because they still have to go around it,
Okay.
and it's gonna obstruct their movement ability.
Mm-hmm.
This is so stupid.
I know.
Why did I summon a bunch of geese?
You
I guess
tried
I'll
to
just
summon
Eldritch
geese.
Blast.
Blast
Send
away.
one this way first.
Which one?
The one up here.
Okay. Yeah, that one
And first.
immediately dies.
Great.
You hit and it bursts into feathers.
And then this one
Okay, that hits.
for 6 force.
That one was the one that succeeded, so he took 1 damage. That one bursts in the feathers as well. He's dead.
They still take the 2 cold damage. That's not resisted unless they have resistance to cold. The dexterity save is only for the acid damage if they end their turn there. And none of them ended their turn there, so none of them
Okay.
took the
Well,
acid.
they have 7 hit points. They're geese.
Great.
They are simply just geese. So you blast 2 out of the sky. You're playing Duck Hunt. Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, that's all I got.
Okay. The final goose is going to fly at the very edges of this dome. So at an angle, he can move 40 feet. So he can't actually get to you. He's going to dash to you. He's going to be honking and being real loud. You just hear honk, 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 as he lands next to you, wings up, ready to strike. And it's your turn again.
Great. Chill touch. Well,
You
never mind.
attempt to chill touch the goose, but it flaps its wings once at you, and it just a moment of pure geese aggression. You are unable to strike it.
That's my turn.
On its turn, it'll get one last attack of opportunity. Will attack against you. That is only a 14.
No,
I was so hoping we'd be
just
20.
misses.
Your turn again.
I'll try again. There we go.
There you go.
18 necrotic.
Yeah, you place your hand on the goose. Its wings unable to scare you away from it. And as the hand touches, the necrotic energy immediately spreads through the wings, turning them all black. They immediately just fall off. Like you're just plucking this poor goose. And the last thing you hear in your ear as it dies is honk. And then it explodes.
Great. I go back to the inn.
You storm back into the inn after being gone for a decent chunk of time.
Still picking feathers off of me.
Yep, you go back into your room with a Jawl and the others, and you're just covered in geese feathers. But yeah, so Grease is equal to geese. You summon 2d4 angry geese for 1 minute. They attack at random.
Good to know.
Yep. What's the last spell you do not know?
I think there's 2 left. I've got Ray of Sickness. Oh, I have 3 left. Ray of Sickness, Blur, and Crown of Madness.
Okay. Wave Sickness, Blur, and Crown of Madness. I can't wait. But yeah, you head off to sleep.
Well, I would like to. Sorry, one last thing. I'm just gonna
mhm.
meditate with the Oblivion Gemstone before I go to sleep.
Yeah. You meditate with the Oblivion Gemstone. Go ahead and make an Arcana check.
Okay. I'm gonna use my headpiece to give myself a D4. 16.
16. Okay. You meditate on the Oblivion Gemstone, and find yourself slowly drifting off to sleep as you're doing so. Your dream is strange. You're very used to dreaming. Sometimes you feel like you dream in your waking life through the illusions and the visions Hadara sends you. This is different. You dream of darkness. For the first time in your life, there is no light anywhere. The night sky is empty, dark. Red star doesn't exist. Take a step and hear a crunch, distinct. You know the sound of old corn stalk on farm fields when you harvest and leave remnants behind. You walk some more, and eventually through something you're able to see an old, large farmhouse, cloaked in shadow, darkness. Nothing else to be seen. It being your only note of anything, you make your way to it. There's old hay stalks, hay bales, corn partially processed. But nothing else. No other abodes or buildings. There's a large ladder that leads up into the loft, though. So you head up there. You see one singular large window facing in a direction. You don't know the coordinates at the moment. You're unable to tell. You walk up to this large window and look out. And something allows you to see just a bit further. Maybe it's the height or something else. You can peer through the dark shadows, the darkness that surrounds you. Just oppressive. And as you look out, you swear you see something. Small movement, and then another. And then soon, the little bits of cornstalk and farm field that you can see are overshadowed. As shadows rush the farmhouse, you suddenly hear the wood beginning to splinter and crack as 1,000 dark objects, shadows, suddenly block out all sight and overtake everything. You move to the ladder, kick it down, and as you do so, you watch as it is engulfed in darkness. You cannot see the floor. You just see these roiling, shifting darknesses. And soon they get taller, like a rising tide. Until they reach the loft. And as they do so, you're drowned in shadow. And then you wake up.
Cool.
Anyone else doing anything over the course of the night? Or are you all just getting started with your next day's events? I'll take that as a no. So, the day comes to the city of Broken Bridge. You look out the windows, and there is a large fog. Upon opening it, you realize it's not fog at all. It is some sort of smoke that has drifted over the top of the whole of the city. The distant sounds of whatever was going on at the walls has stopped at this point. But you can see people are heading out, doing their daily tasks. But there is a nerve that is struck. A tense feeling is in the air as people know something's going on. They don't know what, but something happened last night that now the people are reacting to. I imagine you all head downstairs to get a quick bite to eat.
Oh yeah, I'll tell everyone I heard explosions. And that's probably what the fuss is about.
Can I ask whoever's at the bar about what all the commotion is?
Absolutely. You ask the bartender. He's a kind of older dwarven fellow. Probably just does the morning shift. Looks like a line cook. You can kind of see like the receding hairline, really long, greasy hair, bunch of really cool tattoos though. Oh yeah, I heard a little bit about what's been happening. There's something happened at the Augsbridge Bowl, and then apparently they attacked the bridges all night. I don't know how they got so deep down though, but apparently they got to the walls, or close enough that we had to activate our new defenses. But
Well, thank you for the information.
no
Oh,
problem.
he's not done.
Town crier was telling everyone earlier that nothing to be worried about. Their attack halted just before 6.
Wonderful. That's not suspicious at all.
No other questions?
Not from me. At least not for this guy.
No one else?
No.
Okay. Just mark off 3 silver pieces for your party, just as a meal that you had for today. As it does cost money to live.
Unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
Put me back in the woods.
So you all talk and eat some food. I don't know if you have any plans for the rest of your day. I forgot to mention it during the recap, but two of you were given kind of a job. Trakan offered some sort of mission to Ripley and to Gil, if you wanted to take it. Or there's certainly other things and people to see within the city. There's a lot of mystery going on right now about what's all happening.
What was the mission again? Can you remind me?
Trakan was asking if you wished to. The council wanted your party to help serve the city of Broken Bridge. There is a massive gathering of soldiers outside the two entrances of the city, and there's a potential staging ground for enemy ships being built on the southwest side of the city. They don't want the enemy building ships, and they wanted to send you on a search and destroy mission to sabotage the staging ground. So it would be a kind of stealthy mission.
We're so good at stealth. I mean, yeah, I'll tell the group about it, see what we think.
I mean, that would directly benefit us, wouldn't it?
Yeah. I mean, I guess the more we ingratiate ourselves here, the less likely we are to get chased out. So,
Also, isn't the enemy the Empire Glass that's trying to get in?
is it the Empire of Glass?
Yeah.
Okay, then yeah.
So
Empire of Glass and their ally Crimson.
So it would also be good to make sure that they can't actually sail into the city.
I mean, I'm always down for fighting fascists.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like two birds, one stone. Well, really three, because we're getting paid, aren't we?
Presumably.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
I don't think we have anything else in our missions list at the moment. If I go to my missions tab here. I think because we did all the other stuff we were getting paid to do. So
Yeah, pretty
Yeah.
much.
I have
I-
one
let's-
thing on my to-do list, and that's convert the king to the Great Beast religion, and that's about it.
God.
interesting.
Good luck.
It'll
I
work,
have
I promise.
I have a thing on my to-do list, which is I want to go to a store of some kind to look for like a cord.
A cord?
I need to make a necklace out of the skull fragment I got. What's his face to make into it, get a hole in it.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna put some through temporarily until I can find something more suitable, more organic.
Okay. I mean, it should be pretty easy. Are you going for a fancy cord, or
No,
just a cord? A copper
just a
piece.
cord, because I want to make one myself
Yeah.
out of something a bit more fitting. later.
Oh no.
But for right now, I still want to wear it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, if
So
you
for
want a
right now.
regular necklace cord, 1 copper piece.
Yeah.
So, yeah. You're able to like go out, find a small shop, and just buy it. Super simple.
Nice. Now I'm wearing a skull fragment necklace. I will have it tucked under my clothes, though. I don't feel like I should.
I mean, you already are carrying around a doll. Like, what's a skull fragment?
Well, it's bone for one.
Mm-hmm.
That's suspicious.
Is it?
I don't know.
Seems pretty normal to me.
I'll ask the party. Hey, party, is it suspicious if I wear this out in public?
How big is it? How big of a fragment?
Big
Just
enough
like
to
a
turn into a necklace.
well, is it like, like the size of a small rock? Is it the size of like a dinner plate? Like
I don't. I'm unaware. I think it's just
I
like a
feel like
small. I
the
think it's
smaller
small
it is,
specifically.
the more discreet it would be. If it is like a very obviously
Mm.
like chunk of fused skull, people might question where you got a chunk of fused skull from.
That would be so sick.
It would also not be comfortable to wear as a necklace, but
Who does jewelry for comfort?
so true. I mean, Ripley's never going to tell you what you shouldn't wear. I
Well,
guess
but I
just come up
specifically
with a
want to
good
know
cover
what is
story if
suspicious.
someone asks.
I don't know how big it is.
Graham, how big is it?
What skull was it again?
Sybil's skull fragment.
Just a fragment?
Yeah.
Probably.
I was imagining it was
I'd
like
say
smaller.
it's. Hold on, I do have a measuring tape.
Oh, you're pulling out the measuring tape.
I'd like to think it's longer than it is, like wide. So I'd say it's like maybe 3 inches long and maybe like an inch wide. Um, like it does look like a pendant of some type, like an ivory pendant, but kind of curved because it is a skull fragment.
Okay, then I'll just wear it out in public.
Yeah, it's not too big, I would imagine.
Yeah,
Literally, my imagination says it's not too big.
yours is the one that counts. Oh, there we go.
Okay.
It's the only small task I wanted to complete.
Done. Easy. Next.
Do we want to go to the bridges to like check stuff out, or do we want to go find Trekon and ask about this job?
I mean,
Do we want to do a secret third thing?
I mean, you got
Fine.
the you did the quest for Caro as well, so you could go visit him if you wanted to.
Oh,
Oh yeah,
yeah.
that's true. Because was he paying us for that?
I don't.
He said he
He
would.
might have promised something, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah,
Promised
we should
magic
go to him first.
items. Like he promised he could help create magic items for some of you.
Okay.
In lieu of payment.
So it was the same deal from the other thing we did for him.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, let's go to him first, I
He'd
think.
rather make magic items than, you know.
I mean, I might just
Could
want
pay
money
you.
this time.
Fair enough.
I mean,
Yeah.
I guess I just don't know what to ask for, is the thing.
Oh,
What
fair
were the
enough.
schools of magic he could do again?
He's transmutation and healing.
So transmutation and divination. Wait, what's healing spells? Are those abjuration, divination? I should know that. I don't, but I should.
It's not exactly a
Abjuration.
school, but it's technically necromancy.
Oh, necromancy. Okay.
Yeah, that's his level of healing magic is necromantic.
Okay, but most of the like magic items he could do would need to be transmutation of some kind.
Probably.
Okay. Alright, anyone opposed to going to him?
No.
Okay. You all make your way across the city towards the Requiem Institute. There is a flurry of activity. You see a lot more soldiers and guards moving than you do see a lot of civilians. Seems that whatever happened last night kind of scared a lot of people. There is a great amount of town criers going to and fro. They are announcing the news. And you hear the city was attacked, defenses held, the enemy tasted our wrath, and other propaganda type, we win, essentially, things that people are saying. But you make your way to the Requiem Institute, enter into the main dorms, the main building. There you can see there's a flurry of students. You know, a little war is not going to stop them from learning, especially since a lot of them need to be learning for their own defense. You do see there is a lot of more defenses, though. A lot of the teachers are walking around with their mage armors up, just actively, just in case. Whereas normally they probably would not, and stuff like that. And you see, like, on a bulletin board, there is in large, freshly calligraphied words. There are people, there's someone, probably one of the faculty, offering defense classes for magical students to help teach how to defend yourself in combat. Instead of just, the study of magic. They're going to put it into practice, it seems. But you make your way towards Caro's office. You can see it's dark when you walk up to it and you knock on the door. As you knock on it, you hear the door next to it opens up, and you can see Colte steps out. Oh, hello. You looking for Caro?
Yep.
He's currently speaking with Urlin. I'm sure you'd be allowed to go see them. I heard what happened last night. Sorry you didn't have as good of a time as you could have. I regret not going at this point. I have nothing against the headmaster.
Yeah, it was a spectacle for sure.
I'm sure it was. Well, I have to go teach. You can probably just go up to the headmaster's office and either wait for Kara or maybe we'll see you. Always good seeing you, man. Keep in touch. And he heads off with a small little bag to go teach one of his classes. So, do you choose to go towards the headmaster's office?
I guess. Should probably just like wait outside, right? Just a very
Um,
normal group of 6 people waiting outside,
if you wish.
right outside the headmaster's office.
Super normal.
Yeah, so you head off towards the headmaster's office and wait for a while. Eventually you hear someone descending from the spiral steps, and soon rushing out, you can see Karo, a little bit flustered, it seems. Oh. Didn't expect you so soon. Come, he kind of looks behind him at the stairs. Did you wish to speak with Olin about everything that happened?
Do we?
I don't think so.
Not really.
Okay. Follow me then. He takes you back to his office.
Cool.
As the door closes, okay. It's safer to talk here than in the hallway. I know you were successful. A lot went down last night, and I had already planned on some information being slipped. Some rumors to be let go, and well, apparently they worked fast. Lady Osbridge is already in prison. She's being investigated for the crimes that you successfully planted in her abode. As well as, with everything that happened, they searched the grounds faster than I expected them to. Did you find what I was looking for? Hello?
What was he looking for?
He told you that there
I
was a
was
powerful
muted.
magical item. Oh no. That there was a powerful magical item hidden in the safe that he kind of wanted to look at.
Oh, I don't remember him saying that. I thought we were just supposed to plant the evidence there.
Nope.
No.
Yeah, we were able to plant the evidence, but it didn't seem like there was much of interest in the safe. No.
Make a deception check with advantage.
Could I help Ace since she
That's
talked
why you
first?
have advantage, yes.
Okay, great.
Wait, am I rolling?
Yeah, I'm giving you advantage.
Okay. Oh, we didn't find any. Oh, that's a normal roll. I'll just roll again. Sorry, my mouse went haywire.
That's crazy.
18. We just didn't pick it up. So we're lying.
I think we did pick it up.
Oh,
It wasn't
is it
there.
the heart seal?
Yeah.
Oh.
Damn it.
Yeah, maybe she had already had it moved or had it on her.
Okay.
I don't know.
I was hoping she would. I believed she had it. In any case, I think. Okay. There should be another one. Um, the ancient kingdom of Banascana, their capital city is not too far away from us. You would have to leave Broken Bridge, of course, but Skana was one of their bases, and the old emperor, he dealt with a lot of powerful magics. In fact, supposedly he killed an entire city in one day and rose them into undeath. There is a lot of power in that. I think power of life and death, that is probably still hidden there. The cities were torched, ruined, but not very well searched. Perhaps there's another heart seal there. I believe it's part of the ritual, from what I can gather.
And we
But
can maybe look.
yeah, I'm sure there's plenty of other items for it as well within the old Skana ruins. But you did what I asked. Got rid of your slack. I just hoped we could hit two birds with one stone. In any case, I do owe you, I guess. Did you want gold, or did you wish for me to craft you something?
Okay. DM question.
Yes.
Necromancy, that's an easy thing to sort of wrap my mind around when it comes to magic items. Transmutation, I don't fully grasp what magic items would constitute transmutation.
So, transmutation is change and um, shifting things from one to another. Um, so stuff like that would probably be um, like there's like a common magic item, like a hat wizardry, um, where you can kind of change your magic a little bit and like summon magic you don't have. An Ioun stone would probably be one. Um, Ring of spell storing, perhaps. Um, Something like that.
Okay. I mean, as a warlock, I'd certainly love a ring of spell storing. If that's an option. My other idea was going to be a robe of useful items, which is
That one also, yeah, that's one I didn't think
not
of.
as applicable for everyday use, but it is definitely a transmutation thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that is a very good one. I'd also say like any of the ones that um oh maybe those are more conjuration. Like the tower one that summons, like not summons a tower, it becomes a tower, maybe. Because I don't think it technically conjures it, but it is just
Yeah, conjuration and transmutation have like a weird overlap that makes it confusing.
for sure, for sure. Um, yeah, it's just if you have a magic item you're interested in, let me know, and we can see. Because also he just knows wizards. He is like one of the, you know, top teachers at this school. Technically, even though he goes on sabbaticals often, he is a tenured professor. Or you could maybe like try and upgrade any of your magic items as well that you already have, because you know transmutation is the change of magic, so he can, you know, change things. If you wish to try and rework a magic item, make it suit your needs more, or something like that. I'm just trying to allow you all to kind of customize your characters a little bit more and give you something you guys kind of want to use.
Okay,
Hmm.
I have maybe something. And this might be stupid, but Ripley's armor class is so low, and I get hit so much and it hurts my body. Would he be able, with transmutation, to take the Warforged arm blade I have, affix it to my prosthetic arm, and make it into a shield I could use, even though I don't have proficiency with shields?
Interesting. You want proficiency with shields?
I want to be able to use a shield that is also my arm. So it wouldn't, like, obstruct the use of my hand, but would still give an AC bonus of some kind. If that's not possible, that's fine. It was just an idea I had.
Hmm. Um. So you bring that up to Kara then, right?
Yeah, I'll ask him if that's something he thinks he could do.
Interesting. There is an existing item like that, the animated shield. Uh, it's pretty rare. Um, and I'd probably need your arm if I were to enchant it into your arm.
How long do you think that would take?
It's more of an abjuration enchantment for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Um, hold up. There's my notes.
I do have ideas for like mechanics for it, so it's not just like giving a warlock a free forever shield.
Yeah, there is an actual magic item called an animated shield.
Yeah, but that does a lot of like other stuff that makes it very rare. I was just gonna be like, what if I roll like a d6? Like I use a bonus action to activate it, and I roll a d6, and it stays active for that many rounds, and I can do that X amount of times a day. So it's not like forever, and I do have to use a bonus action to do it.
Hmm. And you want it to actually have this shield effect of like being a +2.
Yeah, the +2. And if it's not possible, that's fine. I'll just not do that.
I mean, it's
Thought it
definitely
might be cool.
it's definitely possible. We can definitely work to make a weaker version of this item.
Okay.
And you want to be able to have your hands free.
Ideally, because I need them for spellcasting.
Yeah. That is very, very fair. I could probably work on something to the effect of an animated shield. It wouldn't be exactly the same, but it should give you the opportunity to have your hands free. This wouldn't be as powerful.
All right.
I can probably have it to you in a couple days, maybe a week if we're really pushing it.
Yeah, that should be fine. I'm gonna like dislodge the Oblivion Stone out of the top of my hand. Not right now, but before I give him my arm.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say it'll just take me a few minutes to sort of get this off. So go ahead with whatever everyone else wants to talk about.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go into a corner and try to very sneakily dislodge that because I don't want him to know I have a cursed rock.
Yeah, no one needs to know that. First rock, ooh-ah. Anyone else?
Hmm.
Damn, nobody wants magic items.
Well, I'm
I
just
can't think
I'm
of anything.
same.
That's fair. It's difficult. I
Yeah,
think
it
it's
is.
easier to think of necromancy stuff than transmutation.
Yeah, transmutation's a little.
It's just abstract that it's
It really
confusing.
is. You know.
But necromancy is pretty pretty cut and dry.
Yeah, we can also, if you wish to just text me later, we can always do that as well. If you think of something. But for the most part, you all seem to not really know what you want out of these items or anything. So he can just put it on the back burner. You did him a really big favor, so he can work with you on.
We get an IOU.
Essentially, yeah. But yeah. Any questions or anything for him?
Well, I think I'll ask him about what he thinks about the situation of the people attacking the city.
I think we're gonna be okay. For now, at least. With Dylan gone, the abjuration effects on a lot of the bridge are fading. I know Rimhoft and a few other faculty are stepping in. Owen's a lore master. He is a history teacher. He doesn't know anything of how to keep those bridges up. But there are actual defenses. I'm sure you heard them. The king recently became good friends with an upstart organization in the south. And they've installed, what are they called? Cannons? Not arcane by any means, but actual chemistry to create explosive projectiles. Seems the kingdoms in the south are very advanced. But we're hopeful that soon we won't have to worry and we can get Dylon back. There's been some good news with it. But we're holding our breath.
Yeah, okay. That's good to know. Just want to make sure, my wife is safe and all.
If the city is breached, I am going to be one of the first to know. And I can get her out of here. And honestly, my bodyguards I've made are very helpful. I've been trying to make another one. It's not easy being here. Oh, but you haven't been able to talk to Olin yet, I assume. Just so you know, technically, Dylon's not captured anymore.
Oh, you say he's not captured anymore?
Yeah, he is not. He's not able to make it here. As of yet. But he has been able to escape of sorts. It appears Dylon is very clever. He had a contingency spell on himself. Apparently he always does. I've never noticed it, but if he's not in bed by 2 in the morning, he automatically teleports. Which, well, is a contingency of sorts. It's not a strong tone. I was able to get him out of bondage and out of his imprisonment. He escaped his cell and is currently somewhere. We're yet to determine exactly where he is, but Olin sent him a message. Well, he's on the move. So, one counselor down, one missing, but currently free. So, good news for all of you. And us in general. So, other than the current war, missing Archmage, do you all enjoy your dance?
What did you say?
Other than the current war, the missing Archmage, did you all enjoy your dance?
Azal will smile stupidly.
Sure.
were useful.
Good. Well, hopefully you all robbed her a little bit before everything went down. I'm sure she had quite a bit. With that awkward silence, Caro kind of does the Midwestern, slaps his hand on his knees. Well, anything else? I do have a class I should be getting ready for.
Don't think I've got anything. Or I guess I should give him my arm.
Yep, you hand over your arm.
Mm-hmm.
Very
I've been looking
interesting.
at magic items. What kind of magic items is he offering us?
What do you want?
If you had to guess a rarity type.
Rarity type, probably up to rare.
Oh, okay. I was looking at the parapet of wound closure
Oh yeah, you can do that.
because that would be useful
Yeah, you can
for
definitely
me.
do
I
that.
think.
That is up his alley.
Yeah, while you wear this pendant, you stabilize whenever you are dying at the start of your turn.
I like that one. Yeah, he can definitely do a parapet. I had one recently on a character. I also had a book that if I were to go unconscious, I would actually just be at 1. I never went down.
Damn.
It's because your armor class was like 90.
No, I think it was only like an 18.
I could have sworn it was higher than that. Maybe you had like a react. Oh, you could cast shield. That's what it was.
Yeah, because I had some magic, not a lot. I was a fighter.
Drove me crazy.
It's a wizard school. What do you expect? Yeah, but he can get started on the parapet of wound closure. He should have that done in a day. The arm, he'll take it. Very nice craftsmanship. I'll treat it well. I'll get you your shield. Don't you worry. In the meantime, do you have another arm? Or are you just gonna be...
I cast Mage Hand, and it kind of hovers at where my prosthetic hand would be.
Okay.
I can get back.
You do have an arm blade.
Yes, but I am also giving that to him to use for shield purposes.
Oh, you gave him your arm and the arm blade?
Yeah, because the arm blade was not. It was like kind of broken, if I remember right, so it wasn't fully usable. And I don't use blades, so I thought maybe the mechanisms in it would be useful for turning into a shield.
Mm. He looks at the
Some of the
mechanisms.
same like trigger mechanisms, you know.
Just so you know, I'm a mage. I don't know mechanisms. Warforged stuff is lost on me.
Well, I didn't know if you were gonna like take it to a artificer or something. I don't know.
There is an artificer I could try and see.
I just don't have much use for a blade, really. So, any parts you can use out of it.
No, for sure. I will do my best then.
Thank you much.
Yeah. I'll have to go see Gleam. Well, it's been lovely. Um, I'll get started as soon as I can. If you're able to make it out of the city, I know it's trying right now. If you are able to, Skana should have a heart seal, which is what I had expected for the Ostrich to have. But I know there's a lot on your plate. I assume the leadership, Traka, is going to be offering you many things. So, you all head out. Oh, give me a second. I'm going to take a call from a boss. Okay, sorry about that. Apparently, I'm working 2 jobs on the 4th of July.
Fun.
Mm-hmm. Hopefully, I crash a Tesla.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. Anything else you wish to do today? You leave Caro's.
I mean, I've always got stuff, but I feel like I've been taking up a lot of time tonight.
Mm-hmm. Um, Pink, did you want to do anything, or Atlas, or some of the people who haven't done as much today? Hello?
There's nothing I can think of immediately,
Okay.
other than going to you guys like track and see what he wants.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you want to head off to Trakan?
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay. So you make your way. Most likely, Trakan is going to be at the castle. So you head to the center of Broken Bridge. There you find the Rook Castle. You can see the guards are out front of the large portcullis. And upon announcing yourself, did anyone else want to go with Atlas, or is it just Atlas?
Are you extending the invitation to other people?
Yeah, I would say anyone can come.
Or might as well.
Okay. Here's the castle. So Atlas and Ajal make their way, probably a little awkwardly, through the city streets, heading towards the castle.
Very awkwardly.
Do you try to say anything to Atlas?
Absolutely not.
Okay. So you make your way to the castle. Upon announcing yourselves, the guards almost immediately let you in. It takes just a single look to what looks to probably be the captain of the guard on station, who looks down at the list and just nods his head. As you're brought in, um, an attendant greets you very fast. Sorry, and asks you who you're here to see specifically.
Yep, I'll tell him I'm looking for Traken.
And Trakan, and you, sir.
Well, I guess if the king isn't busy, if he is, I could just go with my companion, though.
Oh, they are currently having a small meeting in the gardens right now. Should be very easy. Come follow me. You were expected. The attendant leads you to the castle. The dark halls spread around you and twist and turn in many confounding ways. This is a very old, ancient castle. Eventually, you make your way into what appears to be a large section of gardens. Tall hedges, beautiful gardens with trees bearing ripe fruits. Oh, sorry, not ripe fruits. Trees bearing no fruits and a few leaves, in fact. There do seem to be some uh, fruit-bearing wintry bushes that are also adorning parts of the garden. Um, but currently, you can see that um, it's not much else other than a couple statues here and there. And currently at a fountain, kind of in the midst of this space, you see two individuals are talking. One is Trakan, who is standing um, currently back facing you all, um, looking down at the king. The king himself seems to be meditating. You can see he is currently on the ground, hands clasped together, eyes closed, just taking in some deep breaths every so often, saying a few words to Trakan as you both approach. Trakan, as you get close enough within earshot, turns. Hello there. Pleasure you both could make it. I expected to see the whole truth, not just yourselves. King's eyes partially open. He gives a little smile towards the both of you. Hello? You're Atlas, right? He stands.
Yep, I'll nod.
He goes and reaches his hand out for a handshake. You do note that it seems he was in some sort of mode of training. Um, so he is currently wearing only what looks to be like training slacks or something like that. But he is shirtless. You can see immediately he's not the strongest. He's not, you know, ripped or anything, but he's definitely athletic. There are many small scars and scrapes across his body. It seems like he probably trains more with kind of more delicate weapons. You can see his dual rapiers are currently set off to the side as well. Um, so you can kind of tell that he's more of like an Inigo Montoya type fighter, it seems. But he goes and shakes her hand. Trakan's been telling me all about you. Pleasure to have you in the gardens and away from the events of last night. Yeah, last night was something, wasn't it? You all enjoy the cannons?
Well, they seem dangerous.
For their enemies, surely. They are very new. I've inspected them a few times, uh, and I've heard of their capabilities. They worked wonders last night, it seems. Anyways, I don't know if you've been updated. We have some good news. Uh, According to Olin, Dylon was able to partially escape. He's currently somewhere, we presume, within the Empire of Glass. Um, Although, probably not very far. Maybe somewhere around the Brick Peak Garrison. So, we should be able to try and find a way to get him. Yeah. I've been wondering if you all might be more suited to that task instead of a stealthy one. Although I'm not questioning your stealthy capabilities, but you never know.
I'm sure we can do whatever is needed.
That is the right answer at all. You can see Arcos looks off to Trakad with like a little look. Yeah. Well, do you come to us with anything of import? What do you all want to talk about?
Well, I just want to see if Chakon had any missions, and it seems like he did for us.
Oh, I do. You know, Atlas. Let's go take a walk. I'll tell you all about what we can expect from you. And he begins to like step away from the king, leaving the king and Ajal alone.
And if you would want to do that sparring session we were talking about?
You hear fingers crack as the king smiles. Yeah, we can do that if you want. Also, if you wanted a tour of the gardens, I'd be happy to give it.
That works too.
Okay. So Atlas, you head off with Trakon. Um, so you're looking about the quests that Trakon is offering.
Yep.
Told Ripley, McGill, a little bit about one of them. With the events, though, things are on a different timetable. That one's still available if you wish to engage it. If you need some details, I'd be happy to give them.
Yeah, be interested in details for both of those, just in case. See if we decide to do one or the other.
Well, with the destroy mission, most likely we'd have you on board one of our ships. They have the capability of sinking below the waves. So we can get you pretty close to where the ships are being built on Dry Dock to be put in our lake. You'd have to find a way to swim upwards, make landfall, stealth your way up into the encampment, find the ships. I can probably provide some type of blasting jelly or something akin to that. I don't know how many ships though. It's hard to exactly get a count, but believe there are a good 8 of them. Somewhat closer than others, but if you're going to be blowing them, you might need to have good timing. That's all I'm going to say. Otherwise, you'll be blowing up one ship and you'll turn it ever to your position. Not good. The other is, well, finding Dylan. He's very close to the Banished and seemingly the Shambhala Peaks. I believe he was in revival, and he was able to escape, but he doesn't have access to his spells. They did mostly strip him of all of his books. Luckily, apparently, remembers some of his teleportation magics, so he was able to mostly get away. But he is in enemy lines. It would force you to somehow get past the Brick Peak Garrison, which is a large watchtower at the edge of the Empire of Glass. It was our defense. It allowed us to stop their armies, or note when their armies crossed our borders many times. You will have a hard time sneaking past it. You can go up the Shambhala, or even the Banished. Banished, I would suggest, no. Banished peaks are dangerous. Shambhala Mountains are as well, but less so. Find him. You would have to, he doesn't have a sending stone. You would have to send a message to him periodically just to find out where he is, and find him in the wilderness, within the fields of Bane. There's not a lot there.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you for the information. Well, I'll have to think about it with my party.
All good. Wanted to make sure you knew what you were kind of getting into. If we had some stronger wizards, or if Dylan was here, I'm sure a gate spell would be mighty easy. But, simply no. Other than that, how's Caro doing?
Well, I think he's doing all right.
I'd hope so.
Are you interested in him at all?
I'd like to keep a little close watch on him. Did you hear what happened last night? I had the guard search the house right after you all left to see if there was anything he planted, any traps or anything to find out where he had gone. And I found a strange little patio upstairs. some incriminating evidence that Islak Osbridge was against Dylan. And me, it seems. She wanted to instill the council with her friends, family, to gain a little bit more power. It's strange. I always trusted her so much. King trusted her so much.
Well, maybe that was her goal.
Maybe. It's just a shame. Council's getting thinner by the minute. Anyways, take that information back to your party. I hope you can be helpful to us.
Yeah, I'll let you know soon.
Thank you. The Trakan looks behind him at the two individuals currently deeper within the gardens. Laughs to himself. Well, I'm gonna leave the king to his fun. You might want to abandon your friend here, though. I'll see you soon, Atlas. See you very soon. Trakan then begins to slip away. Disappears into the dark insides of the castle. So, Ajal, you and the king are watching as Trakan and Atlas walk away. The king smiles at you. So, you want to spar then?
Sounded interesting. Never fought a king before.
Fair enough. What's your weapon of choice?
Generally magic, but I'm also pretty handy with an axe.
Well, for sparring, I'm not the best against magic, but I can hold my own against an axe for sure.
Or I have some other talents as well.
Oh,
I was speaking to you about the Great Beast, and one of the talents she has given me is turning into a beast myself.
I have heard of that ability before. Be pretty good. I don't get to fight many beasts. My security won't allow it. Usually. It's hard to
Understandable.
convince them to let a saber-toothed cat into the into the city.
I generally prefer wolf form, but that is still understandable.
Oh, well, saber-toothed cats are native to the mountains nearby. Closest one I thought of.
Do you
Here.
like cats?
I don't mind them. There's a few that live in the castle. We use them to hunt mice and rats and stuff. More of a dog person myself.
Good information to know.
Yeah, I don't know where the trainer is currently working with them. We're trying to, well, we're trying to teach him a little bit better. He's still young. Anyways, here he goes, grabs his um, swords within their respective holders, and grabs what looks to be just a kind of a winter's robe that he puts over himself and begins to escort you deeper into the gardens. As you pass through the large mazes, wedge like hedges, beautiful trees, he takes you to what looks to be a small little training ground. Actually, there's places to practice agility, um, strikes. There's also a sand pit. Hope you don't mind some sand.
Not at all.
He
I'm
goes,
usually more accustomed to snow, but that works.
Well, there's a little bit of snow on it. He goes, puts on what looks to be a leather tunic, some leather armor, I should say, just so he has something. Okay. Pulls out one of the rapiers. Ready to go?
All right, I'll pull out my axe.
Okay. The two of you begin to spar. So if you want, since only two of you, I'm not going to really have you roll initiative, per se. Just roll me a d20.
Alrighty. Can I guidance that d20?
No.
Bam.
Okay. He gets into the sand pit. You do as well. Do you turn into wolf form before the fight?
Yeah, probably.
Okay. As you step into the sand, you slowly begin getting shorter and shorter as you shift into your direwolf form. Milk Cat suddenly comes onto the field, looking feral and grotesque. Oh, so that's very interesting. Oh, and I imagine that's when you attack him.
No, I'll
Does-
wait for him to attack me.
Oh no, you go first.
Alright, fair enough.
Yeah, you are first in the kind of round.
So is there a way I can make teeth non-lethal? I don't want to accidentally do anything horrid.
Yeah, you can definitely make this all non-lethal.
Okay. Just making sure. Really need to figure out a way to do this easier. Um,
Making what easier?
rolling for direwolf because I use it so often, but I have to plug it in every time.
Oh, I can make you your sheet.
Well, I could put it on my sheet, but
Yeah, just put it on your sheet.
fair enough.
So is that to hit?
Mhm.
Okay. That does not hit. Let me make sure I actually have leather armor. 'Cause I don't think I do. Oh, actually, that just hits. Okay. I was wrong. I did the math wrong in my head. So yeah, that does hit.
All right. Um, nice. Didn't do too much damage.
Okay. So you suddenly launch yourself towards the king. Biting away, you are able to nick a small portion of his arm and catch him by surprise. He smiles at that. Why you? And then goes in for his own attack. He is going to. Oh, is this not? Hold up, I don't think I actually have it. There we go. He pulls out one of these Kraken pommeled rapiers and then goes to strike at you for a 14 to hit.
My AC is 14.
Okay. That is going to be 8 points of damage. He then gets a the Vex. If you hit a creature with a rapier and deal damage to it, you have advantage in your next attack roll against that creature. So his next attack is an advantage against you. Which is going to be a 21 to hit.
21 will for sure hit.
For 11 points of piercing damage.
Alright, once.
And Lars, do you remember? Do you get the weapon effects for every single attack you do
For what?
with the new weapons for D&D? So like with Vex, if you hit a creature with a rapier and deal damage to it, do you get that advantage every single time you attack?
Let me check.
This is because I'm trying to learn some of the new D&D stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it is on every attack. Sometimes it's limited by like once per turn though. For some of them, I think.
It's what are the abilities called? I forgot.
Vex, slow, sap, nick.
Okay. Let's see. Weapon mastery. So for Nick, you just get to make an additional attack as part of your attack action if you wield a light weapon in both your main and offhand.
Well, this is
So
Vex.
that'd be like if you have 2 daggers. Okay,
Yeah.
so for Vex, when you hit a target with a Vex weapon, you gain advantage on your next attack roll against that same target.
So it's every single attack.
If you keep hitting them with a Vex weapon, yes.
Oh goodness.
But
So yeah,
if you're a wolf, your claws do not count as Vex weapons, I don't believe. Because I don't think
no,
natural weapons
the
get
Vex
weapon mastery.
would not. No, it's only for the rapier that the king has.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, the king has advantage on the next attack against you as well. That's not a. Yeah. Okay. He is then going to. Actually, that's probably his turn. He kind of just begins to circle you. You can see his eyes are analyzing every movement of your wolf form, and he's smiling. He's enjoying this. It's your turn.
Alrighty. Well, let's just bite again then.
Okay. Ooh, 10 does not hit.
Damn.
Yeah,
My rolled so
Yeah,
far.
so you go to strike him with your bite attack, and you thoroughly miss. He's then gonna make his 2 attacks again against you. And you do note that he has 2 rapiers. He's only using the one. So you get the sense that he's kind of taking it easy on you. For now. That is a 12 to hit and a 20 to hit.
The 20 will hit.
20 hits. Okay. Oh, actually, he had advantage on that 12 because it's not the end of his next turn yet. So that would have been the 20 to hit. The next one is a 22 to hit. So,
That does also hit.
9 points of piercing. Oh, and he would have gotten advantage on that next hit. Jesus, this is crazy. So still would have hit. It's just not an at 20. And then 7. So 9 and 7. How you looking?
I rolled real bad on health, so I have 1 whole hit point left as a wolf.
You can see he kind of like sees that and goes, "Got anything else for me?"
Uh,
And it's your turn. You gonna stay in wolf form?
um, I'm gonna use my bonus action to regain some hit points.
Okay.
I think I can do 3 spell points in order to regain 2d8.
Okay.
Good enough. And then action. Try biting again, I guess. I wish I had other options for this,
Yeah.
but all I can do in Wolf Sword is bite, so
Yeah, bite away. 22.
heck yeah.
That does hit. 7. 7
Damn.
damage. Okay.
I cannot roll today.
Yeah, you bite into him one more time. You're able to get a nice little chunk off. Back on him. Wow. Let's see how you fare outside this form, okay? He's going to attack at advantage against you. That's so gonna hit. That's such a high number. It's like a 27, just so you know. 6 plus 11 for the first attack.
11 to hit or 11 damage?
11 damage.
Well, I was hoping. Alright. 2 hit points.
Okay. He's going to use his other attack. Advantage, because he had hit the last time. 28 to hit.
I will hit.
10 damage.
Alright.
He's then going to, as you go into your main form, he's going to action surge you.
Wait, how many damage was it total?
10.
Or for the second attack?
10.
Bet.
He's going to action surge.
All right.
I need you to make a strength check.
Oh my gosh. I
He,
cannot roll.
as you are suddenly shifted back into your normal form, you're trying to regain your balance, and he grabs you and just thunders you into the ground as he just tackles you.
Heck yeah.
So you are prone. And then he's going to use his attack. Advantage on that one as well. That's gonna hit. It's a 24.
Yeah, that'll hit.
So I like how he's just beating you up. 13
Great.
points of damage. He then is going to use a second wind, but instead of regaining hit points, you watch as he is going to use his tactical shift. And you watch as he backs up about 20 feet or so. And just smiles at you.
20 feet is perfect.
Come on, I know you can bring it.
Okay. Oh gosh, I can't do that all in one turn, can I? I can. Okay. Way back at the very beginning of the campaign, you also said I could turn into dinosaurs.
Yes.
So, I would like to turn into a dinosaur now.
Okay. What dinosaur?
I don't know how to pronounce this. I will send you the sheet, though. Or the sheet that I found for its stats.
Dionysus. I think.
Dionysus?
My favorite dinosaur,
Dionyy.
Dionysus?
Dionysus. Yeah. Dionysus.
It's
Dionysus.
something for sure. I'm turning into the Greek god Dionysus, you know, the dinosaur.
Yeah.
Hold up.
Dionysus is a giant crocodile.
It is not.
Okay, can you copy and paste the word that
Yeah,
you're trying to say?
I did.
No, for Dionysus.
Oh, I put it
A
in the roll 20.
Deinonychus is a bird-like raptor.
Okay.
Yeah, it is a raptor. I'm looking at its Wikipedia page. Bro.
Sorry, there was also a
Oh.
different animal.
Dinon. What?
Deinonychus.
Deinonychus. I'm looking at the
Dinon-
Greek phonetic spelling of it. I'm like, huh?
That's not
So this
applicable
would
to
be a
common.
Deinonychus. So Deinonychus is a crocodile. This isn't
Deinonychus.
Deinonychus.
Deinonychus. Deinonychus.
Okay, so like the same word structure, just pronounced differently.
Yeah,
I
you can
suppose.
see why I said Dionysus at first. I was like, huh?
Yes, I can see why you said Dionysus. I was just like, that's definitely not it.
What's
Yeah.
the crocodile one?
Deinonychus.
Deinonychus.
Huh?
Dionychus. It's not technically a crocodile. It's not Deinonychus. Deinosuchus. I'm silly.
Deinosuchus. Okay.
Deinosuchus. Suchus for crocodile.
Yes.
Oh,
Okay, that makes more
we're all
sense.
autistic. You have to be accurate about your dino names here.
Yeah, if you're not
Yeah,
accurate about the
Deinosuchus
dinos.
makes more sense because, like, why? Okay, so why would there be two dinosaur names that are the same exact letter pronunciation structure, but somehow spelled differently and be two completely different types of dinosaurs.
Dinosuchus and
surprise.
There are
Deinonychus.
many that are very similar, but very few of them would be the same pronunciation structure, but with a spelling variation that would distinguish them from one another. Because
I
that's so specific.
I love dinosaurs, bro.
But Dinosuchus makes much more sense.
Yeah, so Deinonychus, you turn into one. So you're now like a feathered raptor. But because it's from the great beast, this creature that you are is missing skin. Feathers are blackened and almost like skeletal. Um, they look gross. You look gross. And your teeth are sharp and slightly foamy.
I look adorable and very cute, actually. Still the same adjectives, but cute. Added on there.
No. Okay. So you are now a Velociraptor form. Do you go? What do you do?
So turning into that was my bonus action. So now my movement, I'm going to run towards him.
Mm-hmm.
And then I have multi-attack, so I can bite and use 2 claw attacks.
Ooh.
So 3 plus 4, I believe. 4 for all 3 of them. Yeah. So first one is bite. Second one is claw. Second one is claw. I mean
All
third.
right.
I can't.
Oh, you're GMing it to me.
Oops.
I wasn't on that screen. 21,
I'll
15
No.
hit.
just. Okay. 21 is 1, 8, 2.
Okay. So 5 and
And 3. But since I moved at least 20 feet straight toward a creature and then hit it with a claw attack on the same turn, I must succeed a strength saving throw.
strength save. Nice.
It's
My
12.
strength. Oh, 12. He passes it with a 17.
Unfortunate.
It's not even that strong.
Can I continue my movement past? Because I only used half of it.
He would get an attack of opportunity against you.
Mm. Then no.
No? Okay.
I'll
you, and
just stay there.
and you turn right next to him. He pulls out his other blade. So he will be dual wielding now. Um, oh. That is why I've been reading his sheet crazily. Okay. He is going to attack with his first rapier attack, which is at advantage. Ooh, it's only a 20 to hit.
Yeah, my AC is bad now, so that'll hit.
Now, 9 points of damage. He is replacing the ability from Vex, and he's going to sap. You have disadvantage in your next attack roll before the start of your next turn. His second attack is then a straight roll. That's a cocked die. That is a miss. That is his first miss. Actually, hold up. It's a 12.
That misses.
Okay.
My DC is 13. Sorry,
Dang.
AC.
That's even worse. He misses his second attack, too. Oh, no. A folly.
Heck yeah.
But now you have disadvantage on your attack. And he is going to, again, he doesn't need a second wins, really. So he's going to, again, use another tactical movement, tactical shift, and he moves 40 feet away. 40 feet away. You watch as he does a backflip out of your range, which you didn't expect, and then he quickly turns and rushes as far from you as he can, smiling all the while. It seems he just wanted to be athletic.
Well, that's fine, because my speed is 40. So I
Yeah.
can catch up to him.
Mm-hmm.
So, same thing, bite, claw, claw.
Yep. Your first attack is
And-
disadvantage.
Yes. But I am okay with that. So first one's a 10, second one's a 19, third one's a 6.
19 hits.
Okay.
Wait, your first was a 15,
Um,
right? Oh, no, because
my
disadvantage,
first was disadvantage, so 10 and 15, so 10.
So only 19 hits.
So the 19 hits, but that's a claw attack, which means he still has to make the strength save.
Strength save, that is a 24.
Yeah, that'll be fine. I guess
Mhm.
he's fine. Okay, and then 6.
6 points of damage. Okay. Starting to feel that a little bit. And your go?
Yes.
Okay. Attack. That's a nat 1. I'm replacing this die right now. It just started doing bad. So first attack is a miss. Second attack is 20 to hit. He's gonna hit you with the. He's gonna hit you with a slow. No. Yeah, he's gonna use a Vex actually. So he's gonna get the attack. No, he's gonna hit you with a slow. I don't want to keep using Vex. Vex is way too powerful. That is going to be 10.
10 damage.
Yes.
Okay.
Then his next and final attack is his bonus action. Should not have been able to run. Oh well.
Wow, you're cheating.
Well, listen. I'm sorry. He missed both of his attacks, so it didn't really matter. He's going to okay. This one is probably gonna hit. It's a 22, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
That is max damage. So that is 13. And this
Say
one
that
is,
again?
This is 13 damage.
Okay.
And this one is a push attack. So you're pushed 10 feet away from him. He then uses his movement and runs 30 feet.
Right. Well, I'm out of dino form now.
Mm-hmm. And you're currently 50 feet from him. As he just pushed you, attacked you, and just bolted. It seems he's just running. Like he's just enjoying it. He's just trying to use all of his stuff.
Understandably. He said no magic though.
He never said that. He said he's never really gone against magic. Really.
Hmm. So many options. Ah, fuck.
Hmm.
Forgot about one of my things. Damn it. Should have been getting +1 to all of those rolls. Anywho,
I don't think it would be. Maybe not.
how far away is he?
He's 50 feet. And you have half movement.
If well, I can get close enough
Or
to hit him.
not half movement. You have -10.
Oh, well then that's fine. I'm going to run my 20 feet of movement
Mm-hmm.
and then hidden step in front of him
Okay.
and try to hit him with the axe. And I'm not using my +1 axe, I'm using my other one. Just because I don't want to kill him.
So hidden step.
I don't want to even come close to it.
What does hidden step do again? Isn't that invisibility?
As a bonus act. Oh, hold on. You're right. I was thinking of the wrong thing. Hold on. So I think I have. That's not what I meant to do.
You're good.
I thought I had a go fast.
Let's see.
Sure, I'll just go invisible anyway.
Okay. Yeah, you go invisible. Make your way over to him. On his go.
Not fully. I can only go 20 feet.
Yeah.
So I'm still 30 feet away.
Yeah. But yeah, you go invisible. I'm assuming you go invisible and then move, just so he doesn't know exactly.
And then move.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He looks around the battlefield. Make a stealth check with advantage. Okay.
Oh boy.
He looks around. Good trick. Very, very good trick. Back to your turn. Because he doesn't do anything. He doesn't know where you are. He will just take the dodge action. It's your turn.
Okay. I'm going to back up from him more this time. And then I think, yeah, just a little bit. And then ice knife.
Ooh, okay.
Maybe like go a bit to the side so he doesn't expect where it's coming from.
Yeah.
I should not have advantage on that still.
Well, you turn visible
That's okay.
as you start this turn. So
Yeah.
so only a 14?
Yes.
How do you only have a +3? There's no way that's just a +3.
I might have put it in wrong.
I like how we're just figuring out your. Oh, you had no spellcasting ability, so it's just using a proficiency mod. So
Oh.
now it is fixed. So now it is a +8. So that
+8.
hits. Yeah, that definitely hits on it's full damage. Ooh,
Why is it still rolling double?
because it was at that 20. So it should
Oh,
be
yeah.
9. And he takes the cold
9
damage
plus
as well.
5.
Well, that's from the net 20, right? So it should be 9 plus 9.
Did I have advantage on that?
No,
So it's not the nat 20.
no, but it's the piercing and the cold damage.
Yeah. The target and each creature within the point of where the ice exploded must succeed on a dex save or take 2d6 cold.
He's gonna Indomitable. He succeeds. So he only takes 9.
Alright, and then bonus action, hidden step again.
Okay, and then you move probably. Make stealth.
Definitely. It's still at advantage.
Okay.
11.
This time, as you stealth and then move, he looks at the sand underneath your feet. Gotcha. Runs up. This great movement. It's going to attack. Disadvantage because you are invisible. That's double 10s. So that's 19 to hit.
That will hit.
10. And he's vexing. That is going to hit, definitely. Well, actually, it's still disadvantage. You're still invisible. That's another 10. So that's 19. That one is.
So I'm down.
You're down?
Yep.
Okay. He strikes into you, bringing you down into unconsciousness. Your eyesight darkens as you feel the cold around you spread. You awaken. Opening your eyes, you note that the sky has shifted. It seems that you've been probably sleeping for an hour, as the sun on this clear, cold day has gotten a lot farther up in the sky. The cold breeze that rushes by is negated, though, as you are kind of warm. You feel as if you've been slightly bundled. You kind of turn your head slightly and feel something kind of soft underneath your head. And you turn and look up, and you find your face staring into the king's, as it seems he has put your head on his lap as he was sitting down back against one of the bushes. It was a fun fight. I didn't expect the ice knife, but I appreciated it. Sorry you really couldn't use your blade against me. I'm a bit fast, I know.
It's good to have a range of weapons at your availability.
Yeah. I mostly use my rapiers. They're kind of a family lineage. But I'm pretty decent with the dagger, longbow. I want to learn the glaive next. And also longsword, but those are common in these parts. How's your head? Okay.
Vishal is fully panicking.
Mm-hmm. Here. He takes out a little wine skin and hands it to you. You should drink up. You were out for about an hour.
I will take it. I also have healing potions, but he's offering me his wineskin. I'm not gonna say no.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh. Does he still look hurt?
He took a short rest. So he looks fine.
Alright. I think I will cure wounds myself. Why didn't it roll?
Mm.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah, you heal yourself. Take a long sip of the drink. It is warm water, so it kind of fills you with some more warmth, and surprisingly, it gives you like a little bit of a jolt. It seems there's probably some sort of like slight caffeine in there, maybe. So like a very, very watered down tea of some sort. But he smiles at you after you finish drinking. Takes back his water skin, puts your head back onto his lap, and kind of looks around, starts telling you lore about the castle and the gardens, about who built what, and just kind of sits by your side for another hour, so you can have a long rest.
No one will never recover from this.
After that, he'll take you on a short walk around some of the other sections of the garden, and then takes you. He says, "There's a really nice place in the center of the maze. I think you should see it." And as he takes you deep within the maze, you find yourself at what looks to be, in the center of the maze is this large gazebo, but you see that it has a wood-fired, small, oh my god, fire essentially. Decoratively put into one side of the gazebo, so that it can kind of warm it all up for you. Also, you do see that there is what appears to be a large set of bedrolls spread across the ground, which confuses you for a moment, until the king says, "So, we never got to finish that last dance."
Shall we do it now? And I'll hold out my hand.
He takes your hand, and the two of you dance through the remainder of your day. And there is small foods and snacks, but I imagine you just eat a good berry. And then the date ends with if Ajal would be comfortable with it. There is a bedroll. So the king offers.
Who is he to say no to a king?
And then you fade to black. There, you got to fuck the king.
Heck yeah.
And with that, the rest of you do other things throughout the day, and we'll get to that next session. But I'm going to end with that. If all of you want to flirt with the king, you can as well, okay?
I would rather kill myself.
You know, he's not really my type. Doesn't worship Hadar enough.
I
I'm
mean,
unfortunately married.
I mean,
Bonnie?
tragic. Bonnie, you want to flirt with the king?
Been exactly one person Ripley had interest in, and he was gone after like 30 minutes. And we're never gonna see him again.
Who, the vampire?
Yeah.
You haven't looked him up!
Well, Ripley's shy.
Come on, Ripley.
And
You know what?
not in
You have a crush
emotional
on the
state to pursue
vampire.
any kind of relationship.
You know what?
When has that ever stopped anyone?
It sure stops Ripley.
You know what, Ripley? I've got you. Next session,
No.
I've got you. No, I have ideas now. They're flowing.
Ripley got his bird back. He's fine.
You gonna date the bird?
No, it's his friend.
Okay, fair enough.
You're gonna feel the void in your life of romance with the love of a pet.
Exactly. Just like any queer person would.
Damn. Crazy.
I got
purpose.
Seidani too. I got the best of both worlds.
My working theory is that Ajal's accent is fake, and he only pretends to have it when he's near us.
I'm just dumb.
Could you imagine?
That I
Like,
can't be convinced that's not true.
I love that interpretation.
That's so fucking funny. The king just ignores it too. He's like, oh, fuck it.
It's like whatever.
I'm just bad at doing it.
Listen, I know how it feels. I gave Faradir
like
a Russian-ish accent and played her for 2.5 years. Was she German sometimes? A little bit. But, you know, for the most part, I did okay.
You tried, and that's all
I
that
did
matters.
try.
You tried better.
All that practice
all that
did make
matters.
it to where when I was in Matilda, the musical, in school, and I played one of the Russian mafia people, I was able
my
to say
gosh,
my
really?
line really well, and during the script read, I said it, like, with perfect pronunciation, and everybody just stared at me because they weren't expecting any of these high schoolers to be able to pronounce anything in Russian, and I did it, like, very well.
That's
How do
And
you
I was
explain
just like,
that?
I was blushing so fucking hard because like, everyone stop looking at me, please. I'm just a nerd. That's why I can do this.
I love that
I
though.
built
That's so
this
cool.
school because I wanted to roleplay a giant lady.
Exactly. It's the only reason I can almost kind of do a Russian accent.
I love that
It's
though.
one of the reasons I want to learn German because I want to be able to do a good German accent. Also, I just like German, but it's really hard to learn.
Hmm.
I have some accent learning resources if you wish for them.
No.
Fair enough. I was in a literal class in college for how to do accents.
Did you fail?
Oh damn!
Well, I didn't ever have to do them for a really long time, so
But now you do, but you're bad at them.
yeah.
Should have paid more attention in class.
Yeah, you'd be a terrible wizard at a wizard school.
Wow. Thanks.
I feel like being a wizard at a wizard school is more about bullshitting your way through wizard school than actually knowing anything.
Mhm.
I'm so good at
Based on the
bullshitting my way
way
through.
I ran tests in the Strixhaven game I did, yeah.
Yeah.
I
thing
kind of
is-
just let everybody pass their tests because that wasn't a fully fledged out mechanic that they made in the module.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, sure, you passed. There also like weren't consequences to failing, so it's like, what's the point here? I don't know.
There should have been consequences, like you don't get to earn money or do like some extracurriculars or something like that. And there should have been
There
more
should have
benefits for
been.
extracurriculars.
You get detention.
Yeah, I just never had like the time or
Fair.
brain bandwidth to
Very fair.
finish fleshing out an entire setting that the developers didn't bother fleshing out.
It was still fun though. I enjoyed that campaign.
It was fun. I
Yeah.
just was so frustrated with a lot of it because it felt like they did a rough outline for a campaign setting and we're like, all right, send it to print.
Yeah.
We don't need any details.
I wish I had like talked to the characters more, had a better relationship with any of the other characters.
Yeah, that was like another issue was that it gave me like small little snippets of information about characters, but not much else beyond that. So it was a lot, which I understand as the DM, it's up to you to interpret a lot of
Mhm.
things. But I also felt bad, like just having to make up a million things about these characters that they give me like one sentence about.
That's crazy.
I don't know. Yeah.
And like that, oh, it seemed like a cool feature. And it's like what you do at school is like you make friends. And
Yeah,
I don't
it was
think
definitely a very good setting idea. It just
Mhm.
wasn't fleshed out
No,
enough.
not at all. I didn't even get to do Silk Ball.
Yeah. Saw we.
That's good. Very good though.
Anyway, good session.
Yeah. I
I'm
will
sorry, I
say,
felt like I took up way too much time.
don't worry, I had a whole fight date for the last like 40 minutes. Don't worry about it.
Sorry.
And you didn't know that you were about to fight geese, and I thought it was really
Yeah, I
funny.
was okay. Well, whenever I read it, I was like, Grease. The only word I can think of that's similar to this is geese. So maybe it lets me summon some geese that I can make do my bidding. So I
You
assumed it would
can't
be
make
geese
them
in
do.
some way, but I didn't expect them to immediately try to murder me.
Yeah, it's a very, in essence, it's like a very, very shitty version of the Summon Blight spell that
Mm.
I made for Seer. But like
It's
way
just
shittier
2d4
because there's
hostile geese,
7
right?
2d4 hostile keys, yeah.
Okay,
To
that's
anyone.
what I
Like
wrote
they
down.
they attack anyone.
Yeah. I have been making notes about what these spells are. I've gotten 3 of them. 4 of them so far.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Once you get all of them, I'll just send you the photo. Of
Okay.
the
For you
card.
to summon 8 angry geese.
Yeah, they just start attacking all of us.
It's
Yeah.
so funny. I
Just
will
overrun
say-
by geese.
the next couple I'm literally so hyped for.
Oh, question. What's the range on the geese summoning? Is it right next to me, or is there like a distance at which I can summon them?
So
Because if there's a
here's the
distance,
thing.
that could be useful.
The only issue about that card is you can only fit so much information on it. So it doesn't actually tell me.
What's the range on other summoning spells? Let's
I'd
see.
say I'm saying this is like 30 feet.
Okay.
Within 30 feet, so like they can get to you if they want to kill you. They only have a
Mhm.
speed of 40.
Yeah, because like conjure animals would be 60, but 30 would also be chill. I'll just make a note of that. Because I can also like summon them in a room and shut the door and run away.
Yeah,
and
that's what the
whoever's in there
Blight
just gets
spell
fucked by
basically
geese.
was, but like, I mean better. Because the Blights could actually kill people. And there were more of them, technically. Yeah, very fun spell. I also, today, I learned so many new spells. Because I was just like going through the wizard sheet. And I found Antagonize. I found Contingency, which I've never known. I didn't know this
Mhm.
existed.
Wizards have so many cool spells that are just like they're so situational that you never see them used.
Yeah, I didn't know this spell even existed until I was looking through the abjuration list. I'm like, oh my god, I've never been an abjuration wizard ever in my life. But this is
No one has.
this literally was the perfect spell for what I wanted. Because I was like, okay, I want Dylon to disappear for a consequence. But I don't want him to just be captured, because then you have to break into a prison. So I'm like, is there a way for him to like halfway escape? This is what I want. The contingency. And then I had the idea, I'm like, what if he just like every day he's just like, if I'm not home by the time I want to be, I'm just gonna teleport out. It's like if he stays too late at any
Real.
party, he just teleports away.
He doesn't have to call his mom and say, "Mom, come pick me up. The other kids are drinking."
Mm-hmm. The only issue is it's a spell that can target you, so it's not a dimension door. It literally is like, I believe a far step is what he used. So he just started teleporting for like a minute away.
Oh, I do have a question.
Yes.
The boon okay. Are you gonna be a nice DM and say the boon I got from Hadar did not count in that geese encounter?
Oh, it didn't count.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. It's
This
not
is
a
the
real
next
fight.
combat, and like that was combat, but it was like a silly one.
It's a silly combat. I'm not gonna be
Okay,
mean.
cool. So I
I
still
gave
have
you
that.
yeah, I gave you a cool boon. I'm not gonna force you to use it against a goose.
Hey, some
Hadar thinks
DMs
the
would.
goose-
I didn't assume you would. I just wanted to be
No,
sure.
it's a fake combat. The only reason I had you roll initiative is because there was multiple of them. And honestly, I didn't even need to make it because I had them all go at the same time.
I need another AoE damage spell because the only one I have is like actually fucking garbage.
Yeah, they just have a lot of movement.
You know, like even things without movement, it's just such a minimal amount of damage that is completely negated if you succeed on a dexterity save. It's not even half damage if you succeed, it's no damage. So like this spell is actually fucking garbage. And I really need a better AoE spell.
Absolutely. Also, Vex,
I guess I
way
have
overpowered,
Furball.
by the way.
Vex is, yes. It is that you have advantage on your next attack roll against a creature before the end of your next turn. So it is kind of infinite.
Mm-hmm. It
As
is.
long as you are making your hits.
Yeah, I didn't miss.
Yeah.
Which, granted, it
Which,
was.
you know, when you have advantage, it does help a lot with that.
It does.
I got into a rabbit hole of someone who was doing a bunch of math and graphs based on how broken Vex is, and it's like once you get past an armor class of 16, the dividends you get from the advantage is not actually that much better than not having advantage.
Mhm.
Which I don't understand how exactly that works, but apparently they were confident in their math.
It's math.
But I don't know math, so I didn't know enough to say it was not correct. So, do we have a session next week?
Yes, we do.
Yippee!
It will be a session.
A what?
It'll be a
That's
session.
ominous.
A session.
Don't expect the best quality.
Why is that?
I'm not home. I'll be playing
Oh.
away.
Damn.
So, you know,
Oh my gosh. Elvira, I'm sorry.
It'll be fine.
it will be fine.
Yeah, I think so.
How's your head?
I haven't had any complaints yet.
Excuse me?
Just, you know, figure out your audio stuff before start time.
I always try.
Listen.
It only took you 45 minutes last time.
Mm-hmm. Oh, by the way, the last 2 sessions have Garbo audio. By the way, like actually, I can't listen back on my own streams. Just
Why?
so you know.
Like, what's wrong with them?
So I had to delete the whole audio input because I had put something on it, like a noise compressor, that ruined it. It just made it so bad. But when I deleted it, it didn't reset the audio, so I had to delete the whole audio capture because I didn't know that it was terrible still. I thought I had fixed it by deleting everything, but no.
Damn.
So the whole dance is kind of fucked up.
That's unfortunate.
Uh,
I hope this session's audio is better because
I tested it.
I have to rewatch it to take notes on that dream I had.
It's better. I tested it. It seems better.
Great.
And I put a filter on it, so you're not going to hear like every time I shift in my weirdly loud chair. It's weirdly loud. I hate it. But yeah, end of session. Good job.